Hello everyone, it's Annie, and today I am here to give you my planned TBR for the Irish Readathon this year. So if you couldn't tell from my name McNulty, I have Irish heritage, so I am very excited for this readathon, and I have some interesting plans of books that I have always wanted to read, so without further ado, here we go. The first book I'm planning to read is the group book, which is The Henna Wars. I am very excited to read this. It's really a popular book. It is about a Muslim girl in Ireland who comes out as a lesbian, but of course her parents are not very happy about that. And then she meets a girl in school and they have rival henna businesses. It just sounds really cute. I'm not usually a rom-com person, but, I'll try it out. I think this one might change that. The next book I want to read is not by an Irish author or set in Ireland, I'm sorry, but it fulfills the next prompt, which is to have a green cover really well. That is Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. So this book obviously has a super green cover. I have really wanted to read this for a while now, and what better time to do it than when I need a vibrant green cover. So this book is a East Asian setting inspired by the Evil Queen legend, and it is about a peasant girl who has a destiny to become the empress of this kingdom, but she's a peasant girl, so in order to rise above that and become the empress to fulfill her destiny, she has to unleash the darkness within her. Whatever that means, I don't know. But I've heard really great things about this book and about Julie C. Dow in general, so I definitely don't want to miss this. The next prompt is to read a nonfiction book. Now, I am choosing Elsewhere by Rosita Bolland. This has been on my TBR again for a while, and I was very happy to find an Irish writer who wrote a nonfiction book on my TBR. It's about this woman, Rosita, who travels the world. It starts with her life-changing journey to Australia, and among other countries, the synopsis lists that she goes to Pakistan, Antarctica, Bali. So I love travel memoirs, you guys know this by now, I think, and I love women writers, and she's Irish, so it works. But I also want to recommend the book Say Nothing. I read this in October of 2020, and I really loved it. It is a really interesting, thorough book about the IRA and its history, and the history of the Troubles in Ireland. If you're looking for a book to fulfill this prompt and you have not yet read Say Nothing, I really recommend that you pick it, because if I haven't read it already, I would pick it for this. The next prompt is to read a book by or about a person of color or a person who is gay, lesbian, transgender, bi, whatever. So it could be The Henna Wars because it's pretty chill, you can double up. And if I don't have time to read the book that I actually want to read, I will use Henna Wars for this. But At Swim Two Boys has been on my list to read for years. It's a really famous book about two boys who, I believe in 1915, before the Easter Uprising that Ireland went against British rule in 1916, these two boys meet, and one of them teaches the other how to swim, and their relationship grows from there. It is a very famous book. I really want to read it. It sounds really interesting. I love historical fiction, you know this, and I am really interested in this. The next prompt is to read an author that is new to me. So I have two options for this prompt. The first one is a very short book, around 200 pages, so I might read that one. It is Strange Flowers by Donal Ryan, and it's about this woman or girl named Moll who in 1973, so it's a historical fiction book, goes missing and she's gone so long that eventually her parents and everyone have accepted that she's gone forever, but then she comes back. However, she's changed since she left. So it sounds like very mysterious, and I don't know if there's like a magical realism aspect to it or not, but regardless, it sounds really, really good, and it's super short, so among all the other books that I'm planning to read in March, I think I can get to this one. And the next book has been on my list for a while. It is Days Without End by Sebastian Barry. Now, the reason that I originally found this book and put it on my TBR is because the main character's name is Thomas McNulty. So that's why, but the synopsis itself sounds very, very good, and something I'd want to read anyway, regardless if I share a name with the main character or not. So this man, Thomas, comes to America from escaping the Great Famine, the potato famine in Ireland in the 1850s, and he signs up for the US Army, and he is going to fight in the Indian Wars and the Civil War, and he has a brother-in-arms, it says, named John Cole, and it follows the relationship of these two men, and I believe the relationship they then form with a Sioux girl, and I'm very, very interested to read this story about an Irish immigrant in America because that's where half of my family comes from, and just I've heard really, really great things about Sebastian Barry's writing as well. I really hope that I have time to get to this book because this book has been sitting on my TBR for way too long. It deserves to be read, and honestly, the Irish Readathon is the time to read it, so I really hope I get to it. Okay, so the last prompt is to read a book about Irish mythology or folklore. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to pick. I have a book kind of in mind. To be honest, it's not even on my actual TBR yet. It's on my considering reading list, but it is a popular, kind of well-known fantasy series called Daughter of the Forest. I think it might be based in Ireland. I don't know. It says Celtic mythology, so I don't know if this will count. If you guys have any other book recommendations that are specifically about Irish mythology or folklore, please let me know. So anyway, I'm really not sure. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to read all these books, but that's another issue. So this book is a retelling of a fairy tale, and it's about this daughter. She's the only daughter out of 7, so she has 6 brothers, and she's like super cherished by these brothers, but one day her evil stepmother puts a spell on her brothers and only she can break the spell, but the only way she can do that is by staying silent, like she's not allowed to talk. I don't know, it sounds interesting. It's a little bit of an older series. It was published in 2003, I think. I don't know. My sister gave it a good rating on Goodreads, so, I might like it. The only reason, there's a few reasons I'm hesitant, I already told you, but it's also long. It's like over 500 pages, so if I'm not sure that I even want to read it, I don't know if I'm ready to commit to over 500 pages. But anyway, if you guys have read this, please let me know what you think of it. And also, if you know for a fact that it does or does not fit this prompt, also please let me know. And give me your other recommendations for Irish mythology books. Alright guys, that is it for this Irish Readathon TBR. Again, I am super excited to be participating. If you're participating as well, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'd love to chat with you about it. Alright, so that is it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time!